Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Welcome to the Perceptual Shift Show. My name is James Quine, and this is my brother,
Robbie. I'm a perceptual shifter as well.
And we are back again today to do page 25 of the book.
And I love my life. I'm a life lover, and this is my life-loving sludge. Cheers.
Life lover too.
You're a cinnamon chugger.
I'm a cinnamon tea. Spiced hot cinnamon tea with honey and heavy whipping cream. I love my life.
He's got the hippie drink over here. I'm just doing regular cowboy sludge.
Well, I had to switch to tea because my hands were shaking when I was in my 30s because I was drinking so much coffee.
Oh, wow.
So my doctor said, why don't you switch to tea? So I tried it. I liked it. Try it or deny it. Right?
Did you have to sort of search to find the cinnamon recipe that you were doing?
Oh, yeah. I was just drinking regular.
It didn't happen automatically.
No. It was only 5 years ago or so, maybe 5 or 10 years ago that I discovered the hot spice cinnamon tea and fell in love with it. So
wow, that's cool.
That's my drink now.
It was love at first slurp?
Yeah. Well, it's similar to the chai latte I get at Starbucks.
That's true. Yeah.
So we got a great show for you today. We're excited to be here, everybody.
Yeah, love it.
And we've got an announcement to make, but before we make that announcement, we're going to start the show off in the typical manner that we start every show off, and that is with
a psychedelic tradition of putting on our perceptual shift lenses,
our shifties,
and serenading you with our perceptual shift rock and roll ballad just to get us in the mood and get all our juices flowing.
And I also get something that he doesn't get out of this, and that is I get to experience the feeling of these tiny little fake gems.
That's right.
Quivering on my cheekbones over here.
Those are the rain on my parade glasses.
Yeah, don't rain on my parade.
Don't rain on my parade. And they're little cloud drops of tears.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's make it happen, baby.
Lock and load. Welcome to the Shift Show. Get ready for the mind flow. You're gonna see the world in a brand new way. We'll show you how to love life. Eliminate your strife. You'll manifest all that you desire. The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I came in a little late.
I was a little kind of soft on the grind.
You were sort of rushing it at the end there a little bit.
Was I?
It felt
I was jumping it?
Yeah, a little bit. But maybe I was slow on the uptake.
Well,
in any case, we got it done. We pulled it off. Welcome to the Shift Show.
It's garage rock. It's okay if it's a little sloppy.
We do it every time. Maybe not so much for you because we could record it and do it, but for us.
No, I would like to do a really awesome studio version too.
Yeah, we can do that at some point. But at the moment, so what the show is all about is it's about showing
perceptual shifting.
Slightly, but it's about showing others how to love life and manifest abundance, how we've done it in our lives.
Right.
Sharing our experience, strength, and hope with you. Sharing the book, The Perceptual Shift, which I wrote in conjunction with Robbie and Annie and Randy and a lot of other people helped me write this book. So I appreciate
Kona the dog helped.
Kudos to everybody who helped me proofread or come up with ideas. And we go through the book one page at a time, basically, 1 or 2 pages at a time. And we answer the questions in the book because it is an interactive book where we not only provide you with information on how to love life and manifest abundance, but give you written exercises to help you put your hands on it. To really experience what it feels like to dig a little bit.
Right.
And to open up the idea that you can change the way that you see life.
Right.
And meaningfully really love yourself and love others and love your life in a way that you've never done before.
Hey, James, where can we get this book?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. We can get the book at Amazon.com. We can buy the hardback or the softback book there. I think it's around $14.95.
Right.
Or
You can get it on Kindle for a couple of rupees.
yeah, well,
If money's
there
tight.
is no on Kindle, but you can get it on Amazon.
I keep screwing that up.
No, there's probably a Kindle shop on Amazon.
Okay.
But yeah,
So that way it won't cost a lot, but it's a good idea to get a notebook because
But,
you're going to be doing some writing. So grab a notebook somewhere.
I mean, you can listen to the book. You can,
that's true.
You can, read the book without doing the writing, but you get so much more.
Yeah, the writing is really cathartic, in my opinion. It's very uncover, discover, discard, peel off layers of the onion, all of that great stuff of reinventing myself. And the writing is helpful for that.
Yeah, it is. What's interesting is going through the book as a reader is very different than when I wrote the book. Now I get to really uncover, discover,
It's
discover
more
for myself.
interactive with the writing. And our meetings on Saturday?
Yes, we have a Saturday. Thank you for reminding me. We have a Saturday workshop.
It's
where
awesome.
We do Zoom, and the Zoom ID is in the description of this podcast.
Right.
And if you want the password to that meeting, every Saturday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hit me up, DM me on Instagram or TikTok at James M for Michael Quine, Quine. You can also see some life hacks there.
Life hacks,
Yes.
yeah. I'm a huge fan of the life hacks.
Yep.
It always gets me in a great mood.
Yeah, so
Like sometimes I stack them. I'll watch like 2 or 3 life stacks because it feels so
life
good.
stacks.
Life. Oh my God!
It's
life
okay.
stacks.
Maybe that's your new word.
I
You're
guess
stacking
so.
life
Just
hacks so they become life stacks.
Kind of organically came out there.
That's okay. You're turning
life
a little
stack.
red now, getting a little.
It's trippy. It probably works.
It does
it's
work.
a little
It
like
does,
dominoes or something. But
And if you want to be a life stacker,
I'm never gonna be able to live this down.
watch enough life hacks and you'll get there one day. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard to be good,
And
Now I'm the life stack
Rule
guy.
62, baby. Don't
That's
take
right.
it all too
That's
seriously.
right.
Have some fun. So like, follow, subscribe if you like this podcast, and then you'll get notified when the next one comes out.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. And we can sort of get into the reading. How have you been? You been good?
Good. I just want to remind everyone that on Saturday we have a Perceptual Shift book study. I'm going to be there. James is there. Our last 3, actually all of them have been good, but the last 3, it's kind of gaining some spiritual momentum or something.
Spiritual traction.
Yeah, it's just people are digging deep, and I'm being very touched by people's experiences.
Yeah, we had Kat there, a new person.
Yeah, new
So that was
person,
cool.
and she was keeping it real, and
It's great.
it was very, it had a lot of intimacy to it. It's a safe space. We go through the book. Everyone can go at their own speed.
Yep.
People are at different levels and stuff, but it feels very much like a ohana. In Hawaii, they talk about the concept of ohana, which means family. And it feels very
Family-ish.
wonderful to do it together.
It does.
And the
does.
stories are interesting. I mean,
A huge,
all of them.
A huge part of life loving for me is having, I guess you could call it fellowship with other people, where you are hanging around like-minded individuals.
Right.
And a lot of the people that we hang out with are life lovers. They're manifestors. They're people that believe in loving life, creating abundance.
Actually insist on loving life.
Yes, happy, joyous, free. Their goal is to live in the attitude of gratitude, to be in a place of equanimity where you're peaceful no matter what's going on.
There you go.
And
Well earned, my friend.
surrounding ourselves with those types of people supports our desire
Yes.
to create this abundant life.
Yeah, it's a like-minded kind of energy.
Yeah, I want to live in harmony with the whole world.
That's right.
And even when I recognize...
Wait a minute, that deserves a...
Thank you. Even when I recognize that some people are, let's say, toxic, or they're
Right.
not on my same wavelength,
Or low vibration,
low
maybe.
vibration, or they're struggling, or they're living in victimization,
Right.
or whatever, I can move away from that energy without needing to criticize, put them
That's
down.
right. Just quietly moonwalk away from them.
Exactly. And hopefully, this becomes an opportunity for others to be attracted to what we do.
Right.
I mean, wouldn't it be wonderful if the whole world loved their life?
It would be beyond wonderful. It would be just a high vibration planet. Lots of love and good energy coming out. It's a healing kind of thing to work on letting go of old stale patterns that probably never worked.
Right.
That are just kind of like autopilot. Man, I'm choosing to be happy every day, and I won't settle for less.
And it's impossible for me to love life and be happy if I don't know how to play well with others.
Yeah.
And that includes moving out of the orbit of toxic people.
That's right.
And doing it in a way that is not passive aggressive.
Right. I think it's very okay to stay away from assholes. Is that too?
No, that's fine to say, but I would say it a little bit differently.
Okay.
I would say that I don't know if there are assholes or if there are people that are spiritually sick that are behaving in an asshole manner.
Either way.
Because I have to believe, my philosophy is that everyone has the capacity to be a good, loving individual. And so people that we consider assholes or problematic people are really just spiritually and emotionally ill.
Right, but that can really drain a person.
I believe in moving...
you were talking about removing from the orbit. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, and I agree with you to move away from it. But I'm just saying when we categorize them, rather than categorizing that person as an asshole, which is sort of a character assassination on them, it's like a child. We don't think the child is bad. Their behavior might be bad.
Sure.
So they're a spiritual entity inside of a human body behaving in a way that doesn't serve them or the people around them. So your behavior is that of an asshole. And so I'm going to move myself away. I will tell you that there are plenty of people I know that don't behave like an asshole all the time.
Right. Oh, I agree.
Sometimes they behave nice.
I think there's only a couple of assholes, but
I have people that I love very, very much that periodically behave like a dick.
Right.
They're just not nice.
Right.
And am I going to take the bait?
Yeah.
Am I going to react to that?
Sure.
Or am I going to take a deep breath and remove myself from the orbit so I can get centered?
Right.
I have found, interestingly enough, and some of the people listening may feel the same way, that when I am around somebody that behaves in a way that is unkind towards me, and then I go to one of my friends or people that love me and I say, so-and-so behave this way. Most of the people who love me get very protective.
Right.
And they start attacking that person that attacked me and saying, I don't think their behavior was very, spiritual. I don't think they behave that way. They're really, and what happens for me is it tends to sort of exacerbate my resentment or discomfort at that behavior. Whereas if somebody behaves poorly, I take a deep breath, I remove myself, maybe I journal it, maybe I connect with source, maybe I surrender all of their stuff, maybe I even send out wishes that they get spiritually centered. And then I'm determined to let go of it.
Sure.
And I don't even tell anybody about it.
Yeah.
It disappears from my life a lot faster.
Right. Yeah.
We have this idea that what we focus on gets bigger.
Right.
And so if I talk about the things that are bothering me about a person or life, there's a pretty big chance that those things that bother me will play a bigger part in my life. And they'll become more of a central focus. Now, most people I know, including me, don't want those things that bother us to be big in our life. We want them to be small or disappear.
Sure.
And the best way for me to do that is to focus on the solution.
Right.
To stay away from belaboring the sins of my neighbors or the world, to not be talking about upsetting political situations in the world,
that's very
or
smart.
frustrating things that I have no control over to begin with.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, I can remove myself from a person that's toxic. Mm-hmm. That I do have the power.
Yeah.
But I still don't have the power necessarily to change them or their behavior.
Yeah.
So instead, what do I focus on? Being the best version of myself.
Right.
Love, kindness, service to others.
Sure.
Maybe meditating, writing a book, going for a swim, taking a jacuzzi.
That's right.
Taking a nap.
Yeah.
Self-care.
It's exactly what I was thinking. That's self-care.
And self-love.
So important.
And it gets me back into my hula hoop.
That's right.
I can be out of that hula hoop without even stepping out of it. Just thinking outside my hula hoop
Right.
gets me out of my hula hoop.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking about that asshole, I'm out of my hula hoop.
Right.
And uncomfortable too.
Well, sometimes when I'm around people that I think are a little leaning towards the toxic, I wish them well. I mean, they're human, and I've been an asshole in the past. I have to raise my hand to that too. So, but some people are doing the work, and some people are just kind of checked out, or they're just stepping on everyone's toes. They're kind of oblivious to some of this life-loving.
Yes,
techniques.
Whether we're recovering from
Right.
being an asshole, hating our lives,
Right.
drug addiction,
Yeah, those guys are not loving their life.
drug addiction, obesity,
Right.
laziness, financial poverty, whatever we're recovering from in our life, whatever issues we've had in our lives that we've struggled against and have not served our highest purpose.
Right.
I feel like I'm on a graph, right? I was down here in that area of my life. And I started moving up and
Right.
feeling better and
Yeah.
doing better. But there are moments on that graph
Yeah.
where they drop back.
Sure.
And then I got to come back up and I drop back. It's like
Yeah.
a stock market
Right.
graph, you know?
Right.
And frequently what can happen is you can be spiritually or emotionally arrogant and look at, how dare they behave that way? Because I don't behave that way in
Right. That's
my life
holier
anymore.
than thou kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
holier than thou. And then I look
Very,
down at
very
them, and they're over
nauseating.
here on that graph. And it's very important for me to remember I used to be on that graph over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. That's
And I'm over here on other areas of my
right.
life.
Right.
So, compassion
Sure.
is very, very important
Yeah.
when it comes to that
Well,
stuff.
that's what I'm saying when I wish them well. That is a form of compassion.
Exactly. That's what it reminded me of
Yeah.
when you said that. Okay, we better get into our
Okay,
reading.
so we went
or
down
the
a little
podcast
rabbit
will
hole
end,
there.
And we won't have read. But today's a short one.
Okay.
So it should go pretty quickly. We are reading from page 25 in the chapter of the roots of our perceptions. And we're on the page that says, Finding the Courage to Change. The perceptions you've inherited are not your final destination. By exploring and reshaping them, you can break free from the limitations of your past and create a future aligned with your true potential. And I believe we all have the true potential to be wonderful,
Yes.
loving, happy, well-adjusted, successful individuals.
Right.
This transformative process requires courage, curiosity, and a willingness to question deeply held beliefs. Those are the beliefs that we talked about in the prior chapter or in the prior pages in this chapter. Yet the rewards, a life filled with clarity, connection, and abundance, make the journey profoundly worthwhile. I believe that, do you?
Yes. Yeah. And dare I say exciting.
Yeah. We wouldn't be on this journey
That's
if we
right.
didn't feel that way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not interested in having like a kind of a boring ho-hum life. I want it to be just full of light and adventure and all excitement and hobbies, joy,
Right.
doing my heart's desire, paying attention to my heart's desire and honoring that.
Exactly. And just as a quick aside, I used to think that those moments where I wasn't doing anything, I wasn't being a human doer.
Right, yeah.
I was
Exactly.
being a human being.
Right.
Where I took a nap.
Sure.
Where I just relaxed. Maybe I watched a TV show or read a book.
You dance
during
with,
the day.
Dance with Leo like
Dance
we
with
did
Leo.
yesterday.
Yeah, but even like less, like just very downtime, chill time.
Oh.
I used to think I wasn't being productive.
Oh,
so that
right,
was
right.
like I wasn't making good use of my time. But the reality is those moments are key.
Were you beating yourself up over that?
I mean, sometimes I used to look at it like if I'm not busy all day long,
Right.
I'm wasting some of my
Oh,
day.
wow, yeah.
Now I realize relaxing and
Thank
taking
you.
it easy
It's self-care.
is super. I'm recharging my battery.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, thank you.
Definite ding to that.
As you continue your journey through this book, And we're approaching the next chapter, by the way. Remember that every step you take toward understanding and transforming your lens.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Your lens. I gotta find my spot now. That really messed me up. Brings you closer to the life you deserve.
Right.
And everybody deserves a wonderful life. Your perceptions are the foundation of your reality.
Right.
Think about that.
Yeah.
How you see the world
Right.
is how you experience the world.
Exactly.
And you have the power to shape them in ways that inspire and uplift you.
Right.
But to do that, we have to do the work.
Yeah.
We have to make the changes.
Daily.
And that does take courage.
Yes.
Because
Sure
sometimes
does.
we feel like if I change something in my life, then I'll give something up, and then what'll happen? And what if it's not as good as the thing I had before?
Right.
Anxiety, right?
Yeah, and I am going to give. There is a price for this. I'm going to give up some time.
You're going to give up. If you're
I'm
going
going
to
to give up
change,
some old beliefs.
you're going to give something up if you're going to change.
Yes. Yeah.
You are
Exactly.
going to
There
give
is
something
a sacrifice for sure.
And sometimes I don't even choose the change.
Right.
The change chooses me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I get an opportunity to embrace it or fight against it, which, by
Yeah.
the way, doesn't do anything except make me unhappy anyway.
Right. Right. Choose your battles, baby.
Acceptance is the answer.
That's right.
Have you ever felt scared, Robbie? Ever?
Yes.
Or uncomfortable?
Life is scary.
Have
Yeah.
you ever felt uncomfortable?
Yes.
Have you ever felt scared or uncomfortable when faced with making big changes or big decisions in your life?
I have many times, so I'm going to own that. But I've learned about having plan B, plan C, plan D. You know, I can always navigate whatever's going on.
Those get 3 dings. B,
Wow.
C, and D.
A
And the
triple
reason
dinger?
is
Thanks.
that without a plan B, C, or D, what happens?
A lot of resentment,
Maybe some suffering,
expectations.
some misery,
Yes.
fighting, struggling.
Yep.
Yeah. It didn't
Pain.
didn't go my way, and I
Right.
only had a plan A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I had all my eggs in one basket. I was trying to control everything. That's why having plan B, C, and D for me is it lets life breathe a little bit.
It really does.
It
And,
feels looser. It does. It doesn't have that clenchy, like uptight. You know.
and it's especially valuable when your plan A involves somebody else
Right.
because you have no control over that person.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I'm going to meet you at the theater at 8 o'clock. Cool? Yeah, cool. I get there at the theater at 8 o'clock. My bro's not there.
Right.
Oh, my God. I got no plan B. I got no C, D, or E either. I'm in trouble. It's like, I already think about that stuff ahead of time.
Yeah.
If bro doesn't show up, I'll wait until 5 after, and I'm
Right.
going in the theater.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm going
You're
to
on
enjoy
your
the
own.
show.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. That's a good example of Plan B.
Right. And the other thing that happens in relationships with other human beings when we don't make a plan B, C, or D, and we have a plan A that's contingent upon them doing something
Right.
specifically, and they don't, frequently, we not only get upset, but we open our mouth. And we say something
Wait.
to them.
Yeah. Open mouth or open text.
We start blaming and shaming.
Sending a crappy text to someone
Yeah.
and blow up their phone.
And when we blame, we shame.
Yep.
And we know what it feels like to be blamed and shamed.
That's right.
Not
good.
a lot of fun.
Not fun, and definitely not being a life lover. It's being a shame lover.
Yeah. And everybody's going to make mistakes too.
That's
including
right.
us.
I stub my toe fairly regularly.
Yeah, I recently made a mistake and somebody got very upset at me and I sort of did a half-ass apology. You know those apologies where you apologize but you justify a little bit?
Yes.
Like, well, if you had said it to me, or if you had given me 3 reminders,
Right.
maybe I would have. Or if you had said it a little bit, like, let me know it was really that important.
Right.
It was one of those sort of, which is not really a, hey, my bad, I'm sorry,
That's
that
right.
wasn't cool, I'm going to try better.
Yeah,
Which
or-
is straight up, or you don't deserve to have somebody do that to you. That's even really getting in their shoes. And I'm going to try to do better the next time. It was a half-ass, and the person called me on it. And they're like, dude, I mean, it doesn't sound like you're sorry. It sounds like you're making excuses for what you did.
Condescending or something, or
but
minimizing it.
And I can tell you my first reaction was not good. I was defensive, and I was upset that they didn't accept my half-ass apology.
Right.
Yeah.
I did one of those the other day, just real quick. I parked kind of shitty at where I live, and I parked like very close to the white line. And my neighbor got sort of vibey and parked so close to that white line that I couldn't even open the car door. So it was very passive aggressive. And I went around, I was mad, and I went around to the passenger. I'm pretty flexible from gymnastics and stuff all those years, but I kind of did a little gymnastic thing where I went in through the other door and jumped over to the driver's seat. And then I was sitting there for a second, and
Fuming?
I was coming down from my fume, and it's like, I parked shitty. I own my part in it. And immediately, like a little kind of joy came to me. It's like, I did this to myself in a way by being a selfish parker, not good parker person with the neighbor.
Right.
And so immediately all the tension, I could just feel it like come off of me. And it was such a good feeling. It's like, I got to own my part in this, and it's not a big deal. And
it's interesting that you bring that up, because in the beginning of this journey for me, when I started sort of having this emotional healing and, this evolution of reading all these inspirational books and retraining my mind to invite abundance and love life, I felt that making amends was a bummer and something I didn't want to do. Like, I'm never going to make amends. And what you just explained is that the act of making amends relieves me of the burden of my resentment.
Right.
So if I'm resentful towards you, if you resent somebody else, the quickest way to stop being angry about it is to find your part and make amends.
Thank you.
And so in that way, amends to me is an incredible gift and a wonderful thing to do.
And I feel so good when I'm making amends. I feel like a man. I don't feel like a little boy. I feel like I'm owning my part in it, even if their part is huge, which sometimes that's the harder little thing to swallow for me. But it's like their part is none of my business.
Yeah, it's
my part I'm responsible for.
I will admit, though, when I'm being blamed and shamed,
sure,
it makes it harder to make amends.
And that's the time to use the zip on the lip. Zip it.
Like when I was making my amends, I probably shouldn't have even bothered making amends at that point. When that person was so angry at me, I would have just said, okay, I gotta go.
Yeah.
And then when I calmed down, I could make a real amends.
That's a great idea. Yeah, just let it kind of simmer down a little bit. Some people love to shame other people.
Because the half-ass amend just makes it worse.
Yeah, they berate you and they're like, you're the lowest piece of crap and you're a loser. Yeah, they're really mean sometimes.
Well, they're hurting, and people hurt people.
Yeah, but yes, it's true. But it is a great idea to take a time out. It's like, let's talk about this tomorrow or something.
Okay, so big decisions, big changes in your life. You've made some big decisions and big changes in your life. Did you feel scared or uncomfortable? Give us some examples.
While I was making lots of them. Moving out to Hawaii was a big change. I'm from Los Angeles.
What did you give up to move out here?
Well, I gave up.
Or what was the fear of losing?
I was in a band in Los Angeles, and I felt like I was giving up my musical dreams.
Remember when you came out here, you didn't even want to play guitar for a while.
I was trying. I stopped playing guitar. And
you didn't bring a guitar over?
No. And guess what happened? I got miserable because my music is my heart's desire.
And then what happened?
Then I'm like, screw it, man. You gave me this guitar, right?
Yeah,
Mom's guitar?
You Mom's guitar, yeah. That Mom bought me.
Yeah, you probably saw I was miserable, and you're like, here, man.
I was wondering, he loves playing guitar and making music. Why is he punishing himself?
I was torturing myself. It's like, Okay.
So the feelings you felt were like a little bit of a loss, a little
Yes.
sadness.
Yeah, I was going through a little bit of a mourning process,
Right.
but it didn't last. It was just all bull, you know. And then I found a studio over here on the other side. It's a long drive over there, but, you know, I get so much done. I go for 2 hours and I have like half a song done.
Yeah, it's great. So for me, in answer to this question, I made a lot of big changes in my life. I got divorced. I got married to my first wife.
Right.
That was a big change.
That was
I had
big.
a baby.
That's
that was a big
very
change.
big, yeah.
We moved from LA to Maui. That was a big change. We got divorced. That was a big change. I got back together with one of my old girlfriends. That was a big change. We got pregnant. That was a big change.
Right.
We got married. That was a
Right.
big change. She moved out to Maui with her 2 kids from a previous marriage. That was a big change. I started businesses in the mainland. That was a big change. I gave up those businesses in the mainland. I've been through a lot of changes in my life.
Sure.
Big dramatic. I got divorced recently,
Right.
a few years ago from my wife that I was with for 24 years.
Right.
That was a big change.
Definitely.
Yeah, I've had a lot of changes, and
You have a grandson. That's a
yeah,
big
I
change.
gave up drugs and alcohol when I was young. I gave up red meat. I gave up chicken 10, 15 years later. I gave up, no, actually 20 years later, I gave up chicken. Red meat at 20, chicken at 40, and fish at 60. Every 20 years, it seems like I give something big up.
Right.
And I don't feel like I had a tremendous amount of fear when I gave those things up and made some big changes in my life. I think, like you said, some mourning and some sadness. Letting go of things that I love or used to love, like in a marriage that's broken.
Right.
And you're still in love with the person, but you're really in love with the person that you were with 20 years ago,
Right. Right.
not the person today.
Yeah.
I remember my therapist said to me, if you're in love with her today, at the end of one of my marriages, what are the things that you love that she's doing with you and for you in your life? What are the behaviors that she's exhibiting that you love? And there was silence.
Right.
And he goes,
Crickets. Yeah.
so that tells me that you're in love with the things that she did and the person she was and the way you interacted in the past.
It's like being in love with a ghost.
Yeah, and but you're still scared to leave because you're thinking that maybe you could get that back somehow.
Right. Right. Sure.
Yeah. So a little bit of sadness. I always said to myself, hey, if we fall in love again, we can get married again.
Right. That's
know?
a great attitude.
If I want to eat chicken again, I can eat chicken
Thank
again.
you. Yeah.
You know? And
If a door's closed, it doesesn't mean you can't open
certainly
it
I
again.
could do drugs and drink alcohol again if I wanted to, but I know the consequences of those
Wow.
things for me because, I go into Safeway and guess what's everywhere? Alcohol.
Booze. Yeah.
I'm over 21. I can go buy it.
That's
And I
right.
can drink it. Nobody
Yeah.
can prevent me
That's
from
right.
doing that. So I have the capability of doing that. It's just a question, do I want to remarry this person? Do I
Right.
want to drink or use drugs again?
Right.
Do I want to go back to this life again?
Yeah.
And I also wanted to say that,
I have a question for you
Yes.
real quick. Sorry. I think you being on Love Hotel was a big change.
I remember seeing Jim Carrey in Yes Man. And I love the fact that he was just saying yes to everything, although it created some problems,
Right,
obviously,
right,
for him
right.
in the show.
He was like a people pleaser character
He,
to say yes to everything.
he
I haven't
was-
seen that movie.
yeah, I forget what it was exactly, the premise of that movie, but
Oh, Liar, Liar, that one?
it might have been Liar, Liar. Yeah, that he was just a liar and then had to say yes to everything.
Yeah,
But,
it was pretty good.
or he had to tell that was different. I don't know
Okay.
if they're the same. But anyway,
Right.
I just decided to say yes if it's not going to hurt anyone. And
So awesome.
that experience was great for me. It was really fun. It was revealing. When I was a kid, I was doing acting at
Yeah.
Stella Adler's, and wanted to be an actor, and I gave it up, when I was very young, and so it was sort of a fun dipping the toe back into that
Right,
world again,
right.
even though you're not acting, because
Yeah.
one of the fears of acting was having to memorize all these lines.
Sure.
But the cool thing about Love Hotel
Right.
was you just get to be yourself.
That's right.
And that's the fun thing
very
about
cool.
reality TV is you get to be yourself. But I was actually talking today with Adam from Love Hotel.
Oh, cool.
And both of us were saying we're not really big reality TV watchers.
Right.
We're just not in that world.
Yeah.
Not to say it's good or bad. It's just I'm busy. I read a book every night, or I read out of a book every night. And I have a very, very busy life. So nevertheless, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was
And,
fun to watch too.
It's great to be friends with all those people.
Yeah,
too.
it's beautiful. I come over. He's on the phone with the Love Hotel guys and
Yep.
stuff.
And so I asked myself today, if there's a way that I can manifest a richer and more fulfilling life, but it would require change. Like, let's say somebody said, hey, we have this pilgrimage going to Bangladesh and Africa and all these places, and we'd love to have you come play guitar and tell your stories of how you've learned to love life and manifest abundance, but you'd need to be away for 2 years.
Right.
I have to consider that.
Yeah,
Because I'm going to be away from my grandson
Right.
for 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm going to be away from my family.
that's a big commitment.
And that's a big commitment for me, But I want to be open to the experiences of life.
Sure.
At 63 years old, I want to take advantage of every opportunity I can.
That's great.
So the Love Hotel was awesome. I can see our timer's run out, so our time is up for this podcast.
Okay.
I've enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I appreciate your honesty and your
Me
honesty.
too. It's
Yeah.
we come here and we just share from the heart, and it's really a terrific journey.
Exactly.
It's
So-
fun doing it with my brother too.
It is. So we have one more announcement, but before we do that, we're going to wrap it up by bringing you a brand new song.
A brand new song that's nothing like the first song that we
You
did.
might have heard it if you've watched any of these other podcast episodes, but if you haven't and this is your first one with us, this will be exciting because you've never heard anything like it.
A 1 and a 2 and a buckle my perceptually shifting shoe. Now you've heard the shift show. I hope you got your mind blown. We'll be back next week with more to say. And if you are a seeker, by the book, dig deeper. Take what you like and now go out and play. Yeah. The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You were late on the foot race.
That was a very quick one, man.
Sorry, dude. All right.
I wanted to milk the drama of
You
it a
were
little more.
Well, the other one I told you went too fast, so you were slowing down quite a bit. But that's cool,
All right.
man. It was close enough. Our final announcement is once again, if you want to join us on this perceptual shift adventure by reading and writing, this book that we used for this show is available on Amazon.com.
Yeah.
Hardback, softback, or
On Kindle
That's
for
right.
a couple of shekels. It's a very good deal. And just
what is a shekel, by the way?
I don't know.
Did you make up that word?
No, I've heard it
Is
before.
that like a Jewish
I
kind of-
think so. I think it's
like a dollar, kind of a...
yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's like a big. I think it's like pennies or something.
Oh, well, it's going to be more than
It's
a couple pennies.
Well, yeah.
It'll be 299 pennies.
Okay, I
think,
could be a
295.
little inaccurate about this.
But that's
shekel.
close. That's close.
Yeah, it's not a lot of money.
A
is the
couple of
point.
ducats.
Yeah. And get a notebook because you're going to be doing some writing.
Or a journal if you have one already. And if you want a signed copy, you can DM me
Yeah.
on Instagram or TikTok. My handle is James M for Michael Quine, Quine. You can also check out some life hacks and some
Love
don't do
the
this,
life
do that
hacks.
instead.
Yeah.
We're doing a little thing there. Could probably even see our dad there. We did a little thing
Yeah,
with my dad, so he's
exactly.
cool. We're going to bring him in a little bit more, too.
A cast of
Don
characters.
Quine, by the way.
And we have Kona starring in some of them.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, we have some Kona shots.
There's a couple
there
Kona
is
ones.
Yeah, but Don, our father, was an actor on the Virginian.
Yep.
Paid and plays, did some movies and stuff, so he'll be sort of kind of acting, improv.
He was so good in our little thing that we did.
It was great.
He just can go right into actor mode.
In fact, I'm going to reach out to him today. We'll do another improv before you leave. Okay.
Okay.
It'll be cool. And like, follow, subscribe if you want to get notified of this podcast when it comes out. It comes out every week. That's our goal, at least. So hopefully we'll continue to do that. And don't forget, Saturday workshop, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are live on Zoom.
Yeah.
And we're going through the book, answering the questions in real time together. It's a small, intimate group. We'd love to have you.
It's great.
The Zoom ID is in this description of this podcast. And if you want to get the password to get in there, just DM me on Instagram or TikTok and we can make that happen.
That's right.
And one final thing. Loving life is not necessarily about loving every single thing that happens
No, it is
to
not.
us. The other day when I was late and I got in trouble for being late, I didn't particularly enjoy that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, woo, I'm so happy that I was late and I disappointed somebody. But the idea behind life loving is that we will experience this feeling that we love our lives. We love being alive.
Right.
We love this new adventure we're on.
The whole shebang,
Yes.
the alpha and the
we
omega.
love ourselves.
Yeah.
We love humanity. We love the world around us. We are officially life lovers.
Right. And every day is a gift. Just being alive is a gift. I'm already won the lottery.
Yes, and we get back to the business of loving life.
That's right.
Even when we have a little speed bump.
Sure. I mean, when Kona barfed the other day and there was a big, at the top of the stairs.
It's simple.
Yeah. It's,
got into the
it's a
solution,
little
it was
irritating.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's.
And then I gave her some love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't do anything wrong.
So, if you would like to be a life lover, you would like to join us with the book or without the book or any way you want, or you can just do what we're about to do right now and love your life. One of the ways we do it is by saying, I love my life out loud.
Which is our mantra around here at
It is
Life
our
Lovers.
mantra. So, on the count of 3, if you would like to join us or just listen to us, we're going to do it right now. We're going to yell out, I love my life. Ready?
From the heart.
Can I get a little shake of the...
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I love my life! Thank you very much.
Aloha, you guys.
The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa.